2016 has been a big year for development in gridiron in Australia. Not only having both the men's and women's state teams playing this year, Gridiron Australia has also been growing the sport for international competition. Earlier this year, the Outback development team went over to Tahiti for a camp to help players develop their skills. Of that team, 4 Raiders men's players were selected to represent Australia.
To see some of our guys from last year grow and become real leaders. We've had a number of our guys who last year were rookies who are now in the Australian development camps. To see those guys really take a hold and help motivate some of the talented rookies we have would be a big thing.
I went in with the mindset of just going to learn, because going to these training camps, you're going to go up against the best, and that makes me a better player. Actually making the teams was a great honour, and I feel really privileged to have played for New South Wales and Australia. And hopefully I can bring some of the skills that I learnt while I was in those camps back to the team.
Gridiron in Australia has also gained some international recognition, as recently the college football season kicked off in Sydney with the University of Hawaii Warriors versing the California Golden State Bears, playing to a crowd of 61,000 at ANZ Stadium.
Getting 18 yards of pop across the middle, and you'll keep doing it, right?
You're right.
This time they go outside, and it's Kemp again, makes a man miss. To the 10, still in bounds. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Some of these timing plays that rely on the quickest release possible are going to be a little bit slower than last year.
Going for it. And caught. Touchdown, Cal. Chad Hansen.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Here's the ball's out really quick. Perfect placement on this throw. Fights the defender off a little bit, but goes up and makes a great catch. Comes down with the feet in the end zone.
Hands off. Big hole up the middle. St. Just still going. Can he get the corner? Touchdown, Hawaii.
Before that,
Ron Brown with the hit to knock the ball loose. Trey Watson. Is that Watson? No, that's Chad Hansen, who quickly makes the Bows pay for the penalty and the fumble. Webb's going to try and keep it. And powers his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
the big fella just pulled the rest of them in. He got a little help from one of his players who helped push the pile in.
Pressure from the edges, but picked up into the end zone. Touchdown! And his first for Cal from Melky Stovall, the freshman.
Well, they brought, I assume, everybody on the team. This is like a bowl game, and one.
There's the Hawaii touchdown. Stephen Lakalaka into the end zone for the Bows. Australia, Warren's been telling us how Super Bowl parties now are such a massive thing in Australia, as Cal's going to go into the end zone again. And a touchdown for Jordan Vesey.
I think the sport of gridiron is starting to really show its face with NFL and college. So, you know, with any kid that wants to, like around the area, looking for teams, you know, Raiders pretty much pops up. And it's great because when we get new kids show up, they want to have that potential start of playing this as a future sport. Then, you know, they have all the time they make to college and then, you know, represent us out there in the outside world. So, you know, once a sport starts somewhere in the country, it grows. And then when it grows, it starts expanding. And then once they start expanding, they start looking for teams. And Raiders pretty much is one of the central teams, so, yeah.
All clubs are going to see an influx in new players. Obviously, with all the stuff that's going on internationally, American football is getting bigger in Australia, so it's always good for us to see that there's new girls and more girls coming down to compete against.
Well, having the University of Hawaii out here earlier this year as well, they're looking to Australia for more development. And after going on the Outback tour, a lot of the guys from there are looking to go to junior colleges to expand their knowledge base and their skill sets.
Growing the game in Australia has been a long road, but with steady programs like the one the Raiders have developed, hopefully it will make the process a much easier one for the future. Next time on Hard Knocks.